This portion of G4 has been brought to you by new Pringles Sweet Mesquite Barbecue Authentic Western Style. Taste from the land of the cowboys.
Sidle up with Samus in Metroid Prime, bust a can of whoop-ass in Guilty Gear X2, and let us help you through a brand new helping of Dragon Ball Z. Only on this edition of Cheat. I'm Cory and you're watching Cheat, Pringles Gamer's Guide, a half-hour brain boost that gives you strategy, secrets, and cheats for your favorite video games. Today we're going to battle it out in the Budokai ring as we penetrate the latest and greatest from the Dragon Ball Z universe. Plus, we're going to mix it up with the rambunctious gang from Dynasty Warriors 3. But today's show stands tall with a set of bounty hunter bookend sessions on a space case named Samus. Samus ran as one of the most popular characters in the Nintendo universe. And last year, Miyamoto's Think Syndicate breathed some portable life into the Federation's little darling. Slip on a warm coat of Metroid Fusion and check out these handy play tips. In Metroid Fusion on Game Boy Advance, the side-scrolling action continues right where Super Metroid left off in the era of the SNES. While Samus is en route to SR-388, she is attacked by Parasite X and falls into a coma. Near death, due to the infection of the X, and with her power suit heavily damaged, she is sent to the Galactic Federation. DNA from the last Metroid is used to save her life. Thanks to the Metroid, Samus is now immune to Parasite X. Soon after Samus's recovery, she is sent back to the research station orbiting SR-388 to answer a distress call. Here she must face the Parasite X and other enemies. After any enemy infected by the Parasite is defeated, Samus must absorb the X. This will help Samus replenish her supply of energy and missiles. If the X isn't absorbed, it will take form as another enemy. One of the tougher enemies is the SA-X, a clone of Samus created by the X, which is Samus' strongest and best abilities. Be very careful when the SA-X is around. She is tough to beat, and Samus is often better off running away. This game is really affected by the story, and it follows a linear direction as you explore through the large world of a space station which is divided by sectors. Using the computer's navigation rooms, you can find your way through. The computer is equipped to help point Samus in the right direction, taking into account her current condition. It will even notify her of nearby enemies. Since Samus' power suit was damaged by the X, she has to regain weapons and abilities throughout the game. You'll be able to download abilities and weapons at data centers or by defeating bosses, destroying the Core X shell and absorbing the X parasite. One of the tougher bosses in the game, the Nightmare boss, can be found in Sector 5, Arc. He's big, and it may seem impossible, but Samus is more than ready for it. The Nightmare boss will cause some serious damage, so do your best to avoid his attacks. It won't be easy, though, since he floats around constantly. At this point of the game, you should have ice missiles. Be sure to charge up your shots by holding the B button, and then take aim at Nightmare. You can shoot at him from below, but his attacks can easily reach you. By jumping on the ladder on the left side, you can get in shots that will cause the most damage. This is the best method. Be sure to use the spin jump to jump over him when he gets too close. Once Nightmare is defeated, he will become a Core X. Fire at the core with your ice missiles. Now you don't want to die here or you'd have to fight Nightmare all over again. Once the core is defeated, absorb the X. Samus will then acquire the gravity suit. This suit will reduce damage from enemy attacks and allow Samus to move freely in water. It's definitely the best suit to have. Admit it, you guys just love playing in the role of a woman. Hey, whoa, don't freak out. Your secret's safe with me. But if it makes you feel better, then let's up the testosterone with a shot of Guilty Gear X2. Arc System Works has been hard at work preparing the new incarnation of the classic 2D fighting game. But before you step into the arena, you better step up to the cheat zone and step up to the competition with an exclusive debut you won't find anywhere else. In the anime future of the 22nd century, biorobotic fighters called Gears have turned against their creators and now threaten the fragile peace of humanity. In Guilty Gear X2, you can join the battle against the Gears in the International Fighting Tournament. Bringing a rock and roll fighting style to Japanese animation, our allies at Sammy Studios have given Cheat an insider's guide to Guilty Gear X2, including an exclusive debut look at some never-before-seen secret characters.
Guilty Gear X2 is, as soon as you turn the game on, you take a look at it, you'll realize it's a 2D anime-style fighter. It's really established itself with amazing artwork. It's known for both the unique characters, the unique universe that the main artist, Daisuke Ishiwatari, who's very well known in Japan, has created. And I think Guilty Gear has done a really fantastic job in terms of coming up with a solid fight system that rivals some of the best ones out there, but then putting its own spin on it. Probably the most obvious secret feature you could say in these fighting games is locked characters. We do have 3 locked characters. It's not impossible to unlock them, it's just a little bit of a challenge. One of them has never before been seen in a US version of the game. And so that's probably the biggest thing is being able to unlock these characters and obviously play them. The way you unlock them is you fight them as a boss. And when you beat them, the next time you start the game and you go into the character roster to pick your characters, they'll be there as a playable character. If you really cannot overcome the other modes to unlock them, if you play the game long enough, and the first unlockables start appearing after 50 hours of gameplay. And if you put in your time and invest it, make a good investment, it'll pay off. So.
And finally, the G4 exclusive debut look at Guilty Gear X2 secret character robo-ky. Never before seen in the U.S. and appearing first only here on Cheat.
So the character on the left is robo-ky. He's one of the last characters that you can unlock in the game. So there's a lot of effort involved in getting to this point where you can play him. He has some fantastic combos, some great moves, some great animation in his moves, and also a devastating player. So once you unlock him, you can really go in the game and unlock some of the other features a little bit easier. So what this is robo-ky. He's that same locked character that is going to take a lot of time to unlock. But once you unlock him, what you can do is, as you keep playing, you can unlock different versions of him. And pretty much the premium version that he has is his gold version, which is a super powerful version. Obviously appears as a gold character, which sets him apart. But he'll give you some special moves that aren't available with the normal characters. So there he is, never before seen in the U.S. and exclusively for G4.
Knowledge is power. And can I get a hell yeah? All right, sorry. Now look, we gotta take a quick break, but I'm not done preaching yet. Now we're gonna check in with the color-rich worlds of Dragon Ball Z Budokai, and then we're gonna add a little color of our own with some Cheat home cooking. So stick around so you can soak it in when Cheat checks back in. Coming up.
Grand Theft Auto, Vice City. Out now on PlayStation 2, rated M for mature. Ben Cronin never imagined one moment
Okay, I want you to.
could change everything.
Tell me, love me. I know what you're doing. No emails, no visits, nothing. I have a girlfriend.
Swimfan. Buy the DVD today or rent a video.
If someone wrote a book about your life, would anyone want to read it? The stories of tomorrow are being written today in the U.S. Navy. You'll do more in a few years than most people do in a lifetime, if you're ready. Check out the Life Accelerator at Navy.com. Navy, accelerate your life.
Okay, I got a lot. System away.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Feeling greasy? Next time, grab Pringles.
Hey, welcome back to Cheat, Pringles Gamer's Guide. I'm Cory Rouse. You know, a lot can happen over a period of 20 years, but there's been one surefire constant in the world of Japanese animation. Dragon Ball Z is a fire-breathing hit. Well, good news, gamers. The ball is back with the release of Budokai for the PS2. You'll play as one of several fighters from across the Dragon Ball Z universe, start to present. On that note, here's another present, an insider's guide to Budokai. Are you ready for a cel-shaded melee? Do you have gravity-defying spiked hair, anime-style body armor? And do you shake your fist and start to shout at the end of every sentence? Then you're ready for Dragon Ball Z Budokai. If you're not already a fan of this anime series, this addictive fighter is sure to win you over. You are Goku, a descendant of the clan who rules planet Saiyan. The Saiyans are evil warriors sent to conquer every planet in the galaxy, including Earth. In a random twist of fate, Goku instead becomes Earth's protector against all evil. In Dragon Ball Z Budokai, you play out every chapter in the Dragon Ball Z storyline. So take our Budokai tour, and you'll soon become a Super Saiyan. The Story and World Tournament are Dragon Ball Z's most popular modes. Begin by playing through Story Mode and develop your fighting tactics as the storyline unfolds through a series of cinematics. When you win a battle or complete a level of training, Goku is awarded with a skill capsule. These unlock new combinations, powers, and characters for World Tournament mode. Defeating a particular character will award you a specific skill capsule. Skill capsules can also be purchased with Zenny money, earned from winning the World Tournament. You'll have to know your basic moves and advanced attacks to win some battles and gain some skill capsules. In story mode, Goku starts out with 2 skill capsules, the Kamehameha and the Zanku Fist. Perfect these combos and you'll begin winning some battles. Learning to land your combos will take some time, so when you've knocked your opponent down, start your next combo before they get up. Only your last attack must connect for the combo to work. Soon you'll learn to make every attack in the combo connect for maximum damage. Eventually, you may want to remap your controller buttons to ease your use of advanced attacks and special moves. From the main menu, go to Options. From Options, select Controller. Use the D-pad to scroll to Configuration Custom. Your L1 and L2 buttons have not been assigned yet. Press and hold the L1 button, and when it's highlighted, use the D-pad to scroll through assignments and set L1 to P plus K plus G plus E. Release L1 and press and hold L2, and set the L2 button to K plus G. Press Start to exit the menu. Now when you're in a battle, pressing the R1 button will perform an energy punch. Press and hold R1 longer to charge up your attack for more damage. Once you've unlocked a grapple attack, press the R2 button to perform one, like the Dragon Throw. Many special moves require you or your opponent to build their ki power. Build up your ki power by continually landing your attacks. Deplete your opponent's ki by pressing the L1 button to taunt them. Pressing the L2 button will perform a power kick. Mastering these advanced moves is sure to win you some battles and unlock some really powerful special moves. Some of these special moves will transform your character and increase their strength if you built up enough ki power. Press the R1 and R2 buttons to transform your fighter and activate special moves like the King Kai Fist, Super Saiyan, and Spirit Bomb. After you've played your way through story mode, you'll be eager to challenge yourself in World Tournament mode. You may have mastered the basic moves, advanced attacks, and even special moves, but the World Tournament is less about finesse and more about winning. The fastest way to victory is by simply knocking your opponent out of the ring. Be careful, though, as it's just as easy for you to be knocked out. The game may take place across the far reaches of space, but once you take out the space, all you're left with are a couple of Dragon Balls. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I make the big bucks. Okay, moving right along. All right, it's time to bounce out of Japan and take in the Chinese way. Wu and Chu of Dynasty Warriors 3. Our featured game in today's Viewer Help segment. Nearly 2,000 years ago in the divided lands of China, 3 kingdoms waged merciless war to conquer their enemies and unite each state under their family's rule. In Dynasty Warriors 3, you are an ancient warrior leading your forces into the melee to expand your kingdom as the lord of all China. When faced with seething army hordes of the Wu, Wei, and Shu kingdoms, I always remember a little-known Chinese proverb that says, "A warrior can build a better dynasty through the might of cheat codes." Ah! Cheat answers some viewer requests from King Parks, Serrari, and Forte, who need cheat codes for Dynasty Warriors 3. Well, viewers, whether you're a woo, way, or shoo, Cheat has the codes you'll need to woo your way to a shoo victory. On the PlayStation 2, cheat codes are entered at any time from the main menu. If you're playing your way through Musou mode and want to free things up a bit, try unlocking all of the free mode missions by pressing R1, R2, L2, L1, square, L1, L2, R2, R1, triangle. You'll hear your army cheer to confirm the code's activation. Now all 20 free mode missions are available. Complementing Dynasty Warriors' solid gameplay are the fantastic cinematics featured in the game. Play through the game and unlock them one at a time, or unlock the entire movie gallery at once by entering triangle, L1, triangle, R1, triangle, square, L2, square, R2, square at the main menu. All 22 movies are now queued up and ready to roll. Adding to the uniqueness of their cinematics, Dynasty Warriors has an unlockable movie editor that allows you to edit the opening movie and change the characters that appear. Unlock this opening edit feature by pressing R1, square, R1, triangle, R1, L1, square, L1, triangle, L1. Now from the main menu, go to Options, and then Opening to create your own movie. I'm ready for my close-up, Kurosawa-san. For those of you that think the sound is half the experience, unlock all the music in the sound test by pressing L1, L1, R1, R1, L2, L2, R2, R2, square, triangle. Have you chosen a kingdom but haven't unlocked all the warriors yet? If your son Jen leading the Wu Kingdom of Southern China, press triangle, triangle, L1, square, R1, R2, L1, L2, L2, L2 to unlock all Wu characters and ensure your dynasty's hegemony. The Cao Cao-led Wei Kingdom of Northern China can fuel their ambition by pressing L2, L1, square, triangle, L1, L2, R1, R2, L1, L2 to unlock all Wei characters. Liu Bei leads the righteous forces of the Small Shu Kingdom by pressing L1, square, triangle, R2, L1, L2, L2, R1, square, L1 to unlock all Shu characters. And finally, to unlock all Dynasty Warriors, whether you're Wu, Wei, or Shu, press R2, 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 L1, triangle, L2, 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 R1, square. Our thanks to Cheat viewers King Parks, Serrari, and Forte for their requests. If you have a viewer request, or if you missed those codes, log on to g4tv.com/cheat, or send us an email to cheat@g4tv.com and let us know where you're stuck, what secrets you're looking for, or if you just need some cheat codes for your favorite game. Much of Dynasty Warriors' story is based on actual history. And on that note, we're history. Well, just for a little bit. And when we return from the break, we'll revisit Samus and witness a prime infusion mating ritual to see what happens when we combine two great tastes that taste great together. But first, it's time for the Pringles popularity poll. Grab your Game Boy Advance for a portable version of the Pringles popularity poll. Gamers who've gone retro with the Konami Collector Series Arcade Advanced have logged on to g4tv.com/cheat to vote for their favorite version of the classic Konami code. The legendary cheater chant that goes up, up, down, down, left, right, BA start opens up different modes in each game in this hip pocket arcade collection. These enhanced modes included advanced graphics for Frogger, Gyrus, and Scramble. The games that don't pop with gamers won't need to hit reset, but this week's Konami code of popularity is Frogger Advanced Graphics. When you enter this code at the game's menu, Frogger will leap from the pastel pixels of the 80s into a modern gaming motif. Help Frogger cross the road, then hop over to g4tv.com/cheat to cast your vote in the next Pringles popularity poll.
Hello, I'm Daniel Masterson, and you're watching G4.
There's a use for greasy-feeling chips. And there's Pringles.
Hey, isn't that the girl you took home from the club?
Oh, no. Hey, Tiger.
Ever wish you could become invisible? Welcome to Tenchu, Wrath of Heaven. Become invisible. Silence your enemies with 30 authentic ninja weapons on 26 stealth missions. Take on your friends in 2 vicious multiplayer modes, because sometimes your friends need to be silenced. Tenchu, Wrath of Heaven. Rated M for mature.
Rated M for mature. From the co-creator of the original Mortal Kombat. Feng, the pain is real.
For bone-crunching realism, there's no power greater than X.
This isn't an easy thing for me to say, so I'm just gonna say it. I've talked it over with Wood Elf and Tiger Woman, and we're going with another cleric. Sorry, Padre.
Good luck finding health potions.
Do you consider yourself a star?
I'm the same girl I've always been.
You don't sound surprised about your popularity.
I've been deeply involved in the gaming community for years. It's where my biscuits buttered, so to speak.
If you could describe yourself in 5 words or less, what would you say?
I fall, I get back up.
That's 6 words, actually.
You're a cheeky one, aren't you?
Never mind the Academy. G4 brings you the real Hollywood players with Stars and Scars Week. 6 straight nights of shows dedicated to your favorite movies. The battle for those gold statues is nothing compared to the action we've got. Skin your shins with the boys of Jackass.
Preston got this scar from making the movie. Don't try this at home.
Play Chop Socky with Daredevil. Meet the girl behind the guns.
Isn't that lovely?
It's Stars and Scars Week only on G4. All this week at 9 p.m.
I'm Cory Rouse, and I learned how to win friends and favors by cheating. Welcome back to Cheat, Pringles Gamer's Guide. Now that we're back in effect, let's get back to the special effects of a certain galactic bounty hunter. Metroid Prime for the GameCube pacified a legion of Samus thirsty devotees that have long been clamoring for the return of their favorite she-hero. And if you thought that Samus was a Betty, then you should see this game. It has the looks that kill. In Metroid Prime, the 5th game of the Metroid series, Retro Studios has made some big changes. It's no longer a side-scroller, but a first-person shooter, and it's action-filled. This time you have the chance to be Samus Aran, the interstellar bounty hunter, as you take control from inside of the power suit. As Samus, you battle the evil space pirates once again. This time, they've taken control of the planet Talon 4. Only Samus can save this planet. Will she be its savior? That depends on you. Prime does keep to the Metroid tradition of exploring. You'll be doing a lot of it as you travel through 5 areas of Talon 4. Along the way, you'll gather information, acquire new items and abilities such as suit and weapon upgrades. And of course, there's the classic ability to morph into a ball, just like in the original game. It's a good way to travel around, and you can use the morph ball to set off energy-based explosives. Your new abilities will help you access new areas, and you will likely have to retrack your steps while exploring. Once you've obtained the spider ball in the quarantine core of Fendara Drifts, you can transverse the magnetic tracks found throughout the planet. At the Chozo Ruins in the Furnace Room, you can find a missile expansion which will increase your arsenal by 5. Use your X-ray visor to find the hollow area of the Bendesium floor, and set off a power bomb to reveal a ramp. Use this ramp to reach the magnetic track above, and you'll be able to find a missile expansion. The large areas within the game can be confusing, especially when you have to do some backtracking between the 5 areas. It's a good idea to keep an eye on your map in the upper right corner. From the Chozo Ruins at the Sun Chamber, where you previously defeated Flagra, you can follow this path to the Sun Tower. Just blast any venom weeds that stand in your way. Use the spider ball to reach the bottom of the tower, and you'll find a transport to the Magmoor Caverns once all the flying enemies are out of your way. At the Magmore Caverns, you'll find a save room. Be sure to use it to save your progress. By crossing the lake tunnel as a morph ball, you'll reach Lava Lake. Use the grapple beam to get across as needed. On the other side, there is a hidden tunnel that can be blasted by an energy bomb, and just follow the path. Soon you'll find another transport that returns you to Fendara Drifts, which you can return to for any items you may have missed. But if you stay in the caverns, you can continue through some more tunnels and reach the Magmore workstation. After defeating the invisible enemies, you can find a transport to the Phazon Mines, the last area of the game. There will be plenty more space pirates to fight, and Samus, of course, is always ready for battle. Metroid Prime relies on a visual aesthetic to wow gamers, since the story really isn't a driving force. However, that isn't the case in Metroid Fusion. As a matter of fact, it's the first game in the series that relies on the plot to push the action forward. But when you connect the two together, it opens up a whole new gaming experience. Metroid Prime has some bonus features that will add to the gameplay and will even bring back some old-school Metroid memories. At the start of the game, you are shown how to scan items throughout the levels and fill up your logbook with information. As you gather information on your surroundings, you will also activate platforms and turn shields off and on. The information you find can be just data, and it may not seem too exciting, but the more you scan, the better your chances to find information that will help Samus. Once you've downloaded 50% of the logbook scans, at the end of the game you'll unlock an image gallery. With 100% scanned, you'll unlock Image Gallery 2. To get 100%, you'll have to scan everything in the game. Be sure to scan every item in the Space Frigate at the start of the game. It's the only place that you can't return to once you've exited. So scan all that you can. When you complete Metroid Prime the first time, Hard Mode will be unlocked when you start a new game. If you complete Hard Mode, Image Gallery 3 will be unlocked. For Image Gallery 4, you must finish a game with 100% of the pickups acquired in normal mode. See, there really are a lot of things that will keep you busy in this world of Metroid. It may take you a few times to get it all, though. If you'd like to flash back to the Metroid of old, you have to have Metroid Fusion for the Game Boy Advance. You'll have to link Fusion with Prime on your GameCube, using the GameCube Game Boy Advance cable. This lets you unlock even more extras, ones that true Metroid fans will have to see. Once Fusion has been completed, you can unlock the original NES version of Metroid. You'll be able to play it right on the GameCube. It's as if you've been transported back to 1986. It's the same game that was so great back then. Try your luck and defeat those space pirates all over again, or for the very first time. With Samus, you will bring about galactic peace and enjoy a stroll down memory lane. She sure proved that a lady could kick some serious butt. You can also link up to give Samus a new look on the GameCube. Once again, be sure you've completed Metroid Prime, and don't forget to have your GBA connected to the GameCube. You'll now be able to unlock the Fusion suit from Metroid Fusion. Samus will wear it as you play through Prime once again. Just look at her now. This suit is definitely the coolest. Kind of puts a new spin on hooking up, doesn't it? All right. Well, brothers and sisters, it's about time for me to bail. But don't worry, the internet will always be there for you. For a recap of today's codes, log on to g4tv.com/cheat. Make new friends on the message boards, or send us an email and preach it like you mean it. And we'll listen carefully and do our best to testify. Until next time, I'm Cory Rouse saying, remember, if life's got you down, throw it into God mode and keep kicking butt. We'll see you next time on Cheat! Look, we gotta take a quick break, but I'm not done preaching yet. No, sir. We're gonna check into the girl of oh, heck. Come on, now, don't freak out. Your secret's safe with me. But if it where are you going? No, where are you going? Seriously, where are you going?